As we speak, XRP is starting its rally, and is it possible that XRP goes to $33 to $50 next? That's what we're going to be discussing along with everything that is going on so you guys can be fully up to date with the XRP and crypto news. If you appreciate these updates, please do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And remember that nothing in my videos is ever financial advice. So with that said, just briefly checking in on the Bitcoin price here, we can see we have just broken 93,000 at 93,400 right now, while yesterday the overall markets, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq and the Dow all up about 2.5%. If we jump over to the XRP chart here, we can see that XRP is now $2.23, meaning that our trade is looking very nice here. We got 5,000 XRP on 3x leverage at a price of $1.67. So this trade is playing out perfectly with 100% gain so far. And if you wanted to and you're a little bit more conservative, you could already be taking profits out of this trade. Remember, if you do want to trade yourself, guys, we have a link to Blowfin down there in the description where you guys can trade XRP on the futures market, either long or short, on the spot market, and you can also do copy trading, which is what I'm most excited about right now because our copy trader that we've been following here, Quantoshi, which is an algorithmic trader, is now in $2,475 of profit. I put my own money into this $10,000 and we've been following it for about 6 weeks. And so far in this test, we've made a very significant profit, all the while the market being down. So no guarantees that this will print money later on, but so far it's been doing very well. But if you do want a platform that you need no KYC, no VPN, no personal details to trade XRP on, and I asked Blowfin specifically to give my XRP community a lucky draw. So they have the spinner game here, and you guys can join this just by simply signing up in my description down there and start trading on the exchange. And then you'll be able to spin this and you can win upwards of 1,000 XRP. So if you want to get access to that, guys, without personal details or anything like that, use the links in the description. Now, I saw this tweet here from Sinstein Research. This has already had over 300,000 views, and their price target for XRP is $33 to $50, and they're saying that this feels a little bit conservative as they're following a very similar pattern right now as 2017, but apparently much larger. So if you are willing to measure as a cup and handle, targets could be as high as $77 to $100, guys. So this is what these guys are saying, Sistine Research, and this might be something that you want to pay attention to if the same thing happens that has happened in 2017. Now, in my opinion, I think that XRP is probably going to more around $10 in this bull run. Right now, $2.20. So that's about a 4x from where we sit right now, which I think would be a very, very nice gain. And that would be a 20x from my average spot buy position. So I'd be very happy with that. Obviously, $100 would be amazing, but I think that's relatively unlikely in this bull run. So let me know what you think about that down there in the comment section. Am I being too conservative or are you being too bullish? Let me know what you think in the comment section, but nonetheless, a very interesting look. Now, on top of that, reason why the market overall seems to be pumping, we got a little TLDR here from Tyler Hill. Trump says we're going to be very good to China. Trump was also asked if he'll play hardball with China, and yet he said no. Trump also said the tariff on China won't be as high as 145%, and the China tariff will come down substantially. Finally, he also said he had no intention of firing Powell, which seems to be giving the market a little bit of bullish momentum here, and definitely the Bitcoin price and market looking very bullish. Now, this has had a knock-on effect to XRP, which has gone up right now today just under 1%, which might be a little bit underwhelming. But remember, guys, what we need is for life and vitality to be given back to Bitcoin. If this starts to ride, then people might get a little bit bullish on the altcoins, which are already seeing the likes of Sui up 30% already today, which is actually the other position I have open right here. Our account now, since we started these three positions, is up $22,000, which is a lovely, lovely trade. And yeah, XRP, Sui, and Bitcoin were the three positions that I decided to open because in my experience of this bull market so far, those were the positions that were running the fastest and the highest. All right. So if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Now, on top of the Trump news, we also have a Bitcoin golden cross, which just flashed for the first time in 4 years. This could be a rally of 1,200%, which is what happened last time. plus altcoins went wild, and of course our altcoins being XRP. Now XRP right now, $130 billion. $4.7 billion in the last 24 hours, which is absolutely incredible. And if we compare that to the likes of Ethereum, we're still significantly behind it in volume. But remember, XRP is the third largest because we discount USDT because that's not an altcoin. XRP is the third largest. And so far, it hasn't gone up as much as Bitcoin or Ethereum in the last 7 days, but it is holding its own here, and hopefully it can outshine these after we get a little bit of stability in the markets, guys. So on top of this, we also have Trump's SEC chair, new SEC chair, Paul Atkinson, saying a top priority is to give firm regulatory foundation for digital assets. And remember, this is so bullish for XRP because XRP is a USA-based crypto, and those are the ones that we are expecting to get some serious eyeballs and new retail excitement around because of the regulatory clarity that the new presidency is giving. Now, right now, we are still in a very uncertain time in the market. It's not the time to be putting all your eggs in one basket, but it is the time to be paying attention because the people who were paying attention to XRP down here at $1.65 or $1.67 like we were are now seeing the fruits in their labor, all right? So they're making money, and what we can do now is we can take profits, for example. We could put a break-even stop loss so we can't lose money, and that way we keep ourselves safe, and we also can profit all the while holding our spot position safe and not really having to worry about that. So if you want to do something similar to me and you are an experienced trader, remember you can trade XRP over on Blowfin, and I think this is one of the best exchanges out there. It works really fast. They got everything you need in one place, and the key, no KYC, no VPN. You can trade from literally anywhere in the world, but you need to use those links down there in the description. And remember, guys, they got this very generous spinner game going. There's only 13 days left of it, so you might as well sign up and register down there, and you guys can spin for a chance to win 1,000 extra XRP just from following those links. Hopefully, with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.